One of our partners has made over a mil in the last 1 year. It's not 1 year yet. I would say about 9 months or so. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you like just very high level the process. It's going to be a very quick case study video, just so if you're trying to scale your online education business right now, you have an idea of what needs to happen if you want to make 7 figures a year from your coaching business. So this is literally our business. July, we had I think this is $46,000. My name is covering it briefly. My bad. $46,000. We did $117,000 in October. In November, we did 315. January, we did 95, and then March, we did 478. And we have another one coming up in May, I guess. And that is going to crush as well. So we'll be doing maybe 1.5-ish in a year, but it's still 7 figures. So I'm just going to break that down inside of this video. So the first thing you need to understand is all of these revenue, literally everything, about 80% of it came from paid ads. So don't get me wrong, this client has a strong social media presence. She has about 40,000 followers or so. When we came on about 2-3 years ago, she had like 12k 13k. Now she has about 30k plus followers, but majority of these still came from paid ads. And the reason is because for about 2 years, everything this client did was purely social media based. So she had already squeezed that social media audience for the life of it. She has gotten hundreds of customers from just our social media, which is very impressive, by the way. But she couldn't continue to do that if she wanted to scale. So that's why we had to go really hard on paid ads. And if you look at the return on ad spend here, you can see we have over a 10x return on ad spend. And we've spent roughly about, just to do some quick math here, maybe about $100,000 in ads to make back this mil that we generated for this client. So like I said, it was previously heavy on social media, and now she's very heavy on paid ads and just doing a bit of social media. So to be honest, you need the best of both worlds. You need to be going on all cylinders with social media, firing on all cylinders with ads, but some clients have their strengths. We have clients who are heavily organic and not as great at wanting to spend more money on ads. And then we have those who are heavy on ads. Like we have clients that everything has purely come from ads, by the way. So that's something to keep in mind too as well. So the way this works is literally via what we call an event funnel. So the main funnel that we use to hit this 1 mil in the last 12 months for this client is an event-based funnel. And an event is either a free event or a paid event. It's 3 to 5 days where people come together, you pitch them an offer, you provide so much value to them. They spend over a week with you, just you providing a lot of value with these prospects, and at the end you pitch them your offer. So we love event-based funnels just because, first off, people are forced to consume this because it has a dedicated start time and a dedicated end time. Like it starts on this day and ends on this day, and the replays are only available if you take VIP. So the consumption is always very, very high compared to other types of funnels that do something similar. So let's say you have a low ticket funnel, for example. You can do everything you can to try and get them to consume the content of the course, but a huge chunk of people are just not going to open up the course and not going to pay attention to it. And unless they consume the content, you're not going to get the value of having a low ticket product if they don't consume the content, because the goal is they consume this to get a taste of what it's like to work with you. And then on the back end of that, these people can now become customers and prospects for you, because they already know, like, and trust you. They trust your process. You've gotten them a quick micro win. But you can't do that if they don't consume. So having an event-based funnel that has a start time, has an end time, has a particular structure that you follow where you provide so much value, you do case study interviews, you bring guest speakers, it really works well to have very high consumption, have them know, like, and trust you, have them see you as an authority before you pitch them your product or service. So literally what we did here is literally that. Like we did one in July. The client was chilling. We were not chilling. We're trying to make the next one better, of course, and we were doing a bunch of things. The client was basically chilling. August, September, we did another one in October. November, we did another one. December was pretty much the client just basically chilling, and we were working to make the next one great. And then we did another one in January, and then we did another one in March. So these ones that are a bit lower revenue were the free challenges, and then we haven't been able to crack like free challenges at scale, like free challenges that would do like 300 grand, 400 grand, 500 grand. We haven't been able to crack that yet, but the paid challenges, we've pretty much dialed that one in. So we just need more volume. The free challenges, I truly think we just need more volume too as well, but it is what it is when it comes to that one. So yeah, you could do something like this once every 2 months or once a month. You can make about 200 grand from every single one, and you could just have a 7-figure business by doing something as simple as that. So something for you to keep in mind. The next thing is the client also had a high ticket offer. So you need to have a high ticket offer when you're doing something like this, because for example, the total number of customers we've gotten from throughout the entire year, looking at this now, this is 120, this is 150, 200, about 220 customers. If you had a $97 product, that would be like maybe 18K thereabouts that you would have made. So you want to have a high ticket program, just because first off, the customers you would work with will be a lot better. That's not always true. You still get some people who are not great even if you have a high ticket program, but the quality of people you get, the percentage of the quality of people you get is way higher than you having a low ticket program. So that's something to keep in mind, by the way. So how you have a high ticket program is pretty simple. You want to offer a big transformation. You want to promise to literally change their lives, like take them from point A to point B. Don't do none of that. Oh, I'm going to help you with this one specific teeny tiny part of the process for $20. You don't want to do none of that. You want to genuinely try to change someone's life, like transform their lives, take them from their 9-to-5 job to starting an Amazon FBA business that makes them $10,000 a month. That is a big transformation for anybody. So you literally want to try to change someone's life in these high ticket programs. Like, don't say, oh, I'm going to help you with one teeny part of your paid ads. I'm going to help you write your paid ads copy or anything small like that. Offer them a big transformation. Take them from 100 grand a month to 500 grand a month. That is a big transformation you can charge a lot of money for. So think big transformation, very painful problems. Don't help them to solve problems that just scratch an itch on their back. Like, solve problems that they cannot continue to live like this. They literally need your solution. This person has tried multiple things and has failed. Those are the kind of offers you want to really be working on and have a very high ticket offer for that. So that's what you want to do. For the free challenges, we tend to do like a 2.5K offer. For the paid challenges, by the way, these ones are like 6K, 5K, 10K, and that's why they do a lot better. So literally these challenges, honestly, it's just about charging more for the program, because if you look at the volume of clients that we are getting, it's not like when we do like a 300K launch or a 500K launch, it's not like we are getting a larger volume of customers. We're just charging more for a different product, of course, but we are just charging a lot more money. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And then finally, you want to do like the problem solution thing. So you want to make sure in your big transformation, you are solving every single problem the person might face in their transformation journey. That's how you create a very high ticket offer. If you want to learn more about this, just go and read Omozi's book or like watch his videos. He explains this a lot. But you generally want to solve every problem someone is facing on their journey, from when they start their process, the transformation, to when they get the results. And if you do that, you're going to be able to charge like 3 grand, 4K, 5K, 6K, 10K for your coaching programs. And then paid ads for sure was a big component of this. So you don't want to do social media. You can't rely on social media alone because it's just not predictable. If you're going to do a mail in 1 year and you're going to really scale, you're going to need to not just rely on social media. If you need predictability, you need consistency. You need to be able to predict how much money you're going to make, right? So you don't want to be relying on social media. Trust me, you want to be investing money in paid ads, getting in front of new people every single day, and not trying to squeeze the life out of your 10,000 followers. So these are the 3 main things I believe we did. Event-based funnel crushes, by the way. High ticket program crushes as well. And then paid ads for sure. If you mix these 3 things, you're going to be able to build a 7-figure business for yourself, and that's going to be very fun for you. And then one last thing, I say this all the time, but volume in the inputs and volume in the process. So you want to do as much volume as possible, as much money on ads as you possibly can, while you're still profitable, of course. And then volume in the process. Don't just do like one landing page and then think you're going to make like a mil in 1 year. What are you doing? You're going to have to do so much more in the process. You're going to have to spend 20 hours with these people in 1 week. If you want to sell a 10K package at the end without a sales team, you're going to have to like send a ton of emails. Like this client, for example, for this last campaign, we sent 2 emails every single day for 30 days straight to everyone who purchased tickets so they could come to the challenge warm and ready to go. You're going to have to do so much volume. You're going to have to do text blast. You're going to have to do retargeting ads. You have to do setters, closers, everything you need to do in terms of volume to get people the actual results they want. You're going to have to do all of that. So it's volume in the inputs is not enough. You have to do volume in the process too as well. Like overwhelm these people and do as much as you possibly can to convert these prospects. Otherwise, you're going to get volume, but you won't be able to squeeze as much as possible from the inputs you're getting. So that's what you want to be doing. That's how we're able to do 7 figures for this client in less than 12 months. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe, and yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I don't take you guys for granted, by the way, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.